An intense process such as a search for any coach, requires all hands on deck. We were fortunate to have a lot of people play an important role in this process. So I want to give a few thank yous for the contributions that allowed us to get to this point. First, I want to thank the student athletes. We appreciate your input and your patience. We know that you guys were anxious during this, and we certainly appreciate you working with us and being patient with us. Also want to thank the fans. We got a lot of well wishes, a lot of passionate pleas to end this process the right way, and we think you'll be very excited about where we ended up. I want to thank our donors, Mrs. Jones, many others who've contributed so much to allow us to provide an exceptional experience for our student athletes, and you're the lifeblood of our program, and we sure appreciate what you've done for us. I want to thank Mike Gottfredson, our president, whose leadership, support, and confidence in us, and also making himself available on our not-so-covert Sunday mission to introduce Kelly to our campus and to some leaders. Also want to give a special thanks to Lauren Westendorf. Lauren is a UO letter winner, also a member of the Nike basketball staff. Lauren has a very deep Rolodex and a deeper passion for Oregon athletics, and she was tremendous in this process. And a special thanks to the search committee, Jody Sykes, Craig Pittens, Lorraine Davis, and our faculty athletics rep, Jim O'Fallon, obviously played a key role in getting us to this point. And then a special thanks to Lisa Peterson. Lisa's our senior women's administrator, did an outstanding job of not only chairing the search committee, but putting her life on pause for several weeks to be all consumed in this process because it's intense, it's quick, and it takes a lot of time and energy, and Lisa provided that. Thank you, Lisa. So the collaboration of the Oregon family and many others was very important to us and allowed us to get to this point. Because this is important to us. We're in the midst of arguably the greatest era ever in women's athletics at the University of Oregon. In the last 5 years alone, we've won 9 national championships combined in cross country, indoor track, acrobatics, and tumbling. And in addition to that, we've had a number of other incredible finishes. Volleyball competed in the national championship match. Softball has made it to the College World Series. And for those that you haven't heard, we have breaking news. I believe they have the school's first ever #1 ranking in the sport of softball today. So incredible. So it's our strong desire, as well as the desire of these young women sitting in front, to see our women's basketball team excel at the highest level, like many of those programs that we just mentioned. And we want this program to compete for Pac-12 championships because it ensures these young people get to add to their experience while they're here at the University of Oregon, and that's something that's very important to us. We're so fortunate to have a passionate fan base that's anxious to support a successful women's basketball program. On top of that, we happen to work at one of the best institutions in all of the world. We have a great arena that you're sitting in today and many other facilities and support services that allow these student athletes to dream big and then go chase those goals. Our brand has also truly grown into one of a national and even an international brand. So we believe we have all the necessary parts to compete for championships in every sport, including women's basketball. So when you put all that into the soup and you mix it up, we set out to identify the person to lead women's basketball back to where we want to be. Obviously, we involved a lot of groups. We reached far and wide, as we mentioned, engaged with our student athletes. And it became obvious right from the beginning that we had one very clear target. In fact, we asked our student athletes for the qualities they want, and somehow we quickly turned from qualities to the person that they wanted. And that person's with us today, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about him. He's been the winningest Division I women's coach in the Pacific Northwest for more than a decade. He led Gonzaga to 6 straight NCAA tournaments, including the 2011 Elite Eight, and 10 straight West Coast Conference regular season titles. His last 8 teams at Gonzaga all won at least 24 games, part of 12 consecutive winning seasons for the Bulldog. He's been named West Coast Conference Coach of the Year 8 times. But more important to us, everyone that we canvassed raved about his class, his character, his community engagement, and his passion to build a championship culture, all of which assured us that his values match our values. And according to many, his greatest accomplishment and asset has come off the court. That's his wife, Mary, and his 3 boys, Max, Jack, and Will, and we're real excited to have them a part of the Oregon family.